the UFO Channel.
Action against unidentified aircraft in the Los Angeles area shortly after 3 a.m. Pacific wartime this morning. U.S. Army planes quickly took to the dark skies, but whether they contacted the object has not been announced. Concussion of the shells could be felt in downtown Los Angeles, 15 miles away. Shells frequently could be seen bursting near the object, but none appeared to hit it. The shooting stopped about 3:30 a.m.
More recently, in 1997, while stationed in Peru, Lance Corporal Jonathan Weygandt reported finding a crashed craft with ETs inside that he claimed had been shot down by a missile.
It was buried in the side of the cliff. And when I first saw it, I was scared. It scared the heck out of me. I didn't know what to do. And, in Stinger school, they teach you about all different kinds of aircraft. And, well, essentially, when I saw it, I'm like, man, this is nothing that I know of. There was one light on it that slowly went around, and the machine, I could hear it. I guess because it was still functioning, and it had like a hum to it. Like, say, if you unplugged an amp from a guitar, that kind of and it was shaped like almost like between an egg and like a teardrop almost. It looked to be that it could have been handmade, but out of what and what materials, I don't know. But basically, when I was down there with the ship, I felt this presence. I thought the creatures they called me, and it was like weird. And I think they were trying to communicate with me, like, I guess telepathically. It's really weird, and I don't believe in any of that stuff. It's almost like if someone was like reading your mind, and that's the way it felt. And I felt like I felt a presence. It was like supernatural. They were not going to harm me, and that was basically that everything was going to be all right. Just help us get out of here. Oval egg head with big dark eyes, a nose and a small mouth, no ears. Then I was so mesmerized and into it, and Sergeant Allen and Adkins, they're hollering, they're cussing at me, get the hell out of there.
Weygandt claimed that after being next to the crashed ship for about 15 minutes, a gang of men from the Department of Energy showed up and arrested him and his sergeants.
I was arrested. I had all my gear taken from me by men in black camis. They had the big D, Delta Oscar Echo on the back of their rain jackets.
He claims he was then taken to a dark interrogation room, was handcuffed to a chair, and was psychologically tortured for over 8 hours straight by an unnamed lieutenant colonel and several DOE employees.
And they're yelling at me, and they're hollering and cursing, and you didn't see anything, and we'll do you and your whole goddamn family. And it was basically that for about 8 or 9 hours. I was sitting in a chair, and I was handcuffed to the chair, and I couldn't move. No water, no nothing. I just sat there. These guys, they're just off on their own. There's no oversight, no control. They just do whatever they want. They don't, and they're evil, man. These people are evil. Oh, this is definitely something like NATO or some multinational deal.
Weygandt strongly believes that the alien craft was shot down by the very weapons installation that he was tasked with guarding.
What it looked like is that it had been hit with maybe a surface air missile, because I had been in the command center there at the radar installation, and I heard a couple women there in the Air Force talking about aircraft flying in and out of the atmosphere at Mach 10 plus. Yeah, I think they knew it was coming in, and they said, we can't identify it, it's violating airspace, so they could have radioed the Peruvians and said, take them out, and then they shot it down. I was raised in a Christian home to believe that there was a God and that he created everything, the universe, and here they are, these creatures that I've never seen before, never come in contact with, and this happens, man, and it made me get almost crazy, not like suicidal, but I just couldn't. I had to reevaluate everything that I knew, and I was basically with these aliens. They were holding my hands, and they had their hands on me. And they only had 4 fingers, by the way. Probably the closest thing I could say that they were almost like angels. And if I had to, I'd go with them right now. And I had this obsession with that. I guess because of the pain of the experience and then the Marine Corps, that I just wanted to escape, and I was thinking about, being with these creatures a lot and wanting to go with them and wanting to get out of here. I'm not doing this to make money or publicity or anything, but I think it needs to be told. I think people need to hear it.
If you want to continue to grow your mind, subscribe to the UFO channel at the link below.